start. Woo! Just one little thing. I really want the chat.
Grab the chat, my boy. My lord. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the lovely podcast. This time, it's an abridged version because I am in Los Angeles, and that makes things a bit harder. However, though, we are going to talk about all the wondrous things that have been seen at E3, which is like a ton.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna go to the show floor.
I did.
Why are you dying all of a sudden?
Because I got the wrong setup. Because I was smarter me.
Hey, the footage is not the perfect fit for the screen. What are you doing?
How'd you see that? Stop seeing that.
I just stopped seeing that.
That's okay. Good. Okay. Oh, there I can see it. Oh, no audio there. Okay, I just want the chat. What's up, everybody? All right, let's talk E3 because we have someone in here, on the other camera there, who has an oh my goodness, who is actually at E3, like he said already, and I think a couple of you might have a couple of questions there. But first things first, what did you see? What did you play? Did you play Cyberpunk? Are you allowed to talk about Cyberpunk?
I am not allowed to talk about Cyberpunk. I am not allowed to film Cyberpunk. I was not allowed anything with Cyberpunk.
You got to play it. Just yes or no?
Probably not.
A what? Wow,
probably not.
Okay, I get you. I got your point.
Well, I haven't been to my press thing for Cyberpunk yet.
Really?
E3 yet, because yesterday, at the end of the Nintendo Direct, they obviously showed off. Well, not necessarily obviously. They showed off a new trailer for a new Zelda game, and that meant there was no E3 for me that day, because I had to make videos.
Oh yeah, right. I mean, there is so much hinted. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, I know. So that was just like making videos that day, and today is probably gonna be the press hours are from 9 to 11, so I'll probably be there around 9ish, 9:15, and I'll be there until 11, and then fuck off, and then I'm gonna make a video about Link's Awakening's Dungeon Maker. Oof, because I am excited for the Dungeon Maker.
Wait, that's a thing?
Really excited. Yeah, you don't know about this?
Dude, the problem is I didn't catch the entire Direct because I was at work.
Oh my god. Hello, lovelies in chat. Hello, Diana.
I saw most things, though.
Hello, Marijn. Well, let me give you a quick rundown of the Dungeon Maker, since it's also in the title of the stream. Alright, the Dungeon Maker. Yeah?
Yes.
It's a new feature in the Link's Awakening remake, and what it basically is you get a set amount of tiles in certain forms, and they get bigger and smaller, and you get more tile pieces throughout your adventure. Every tile piece is like a room in a 2D dungeon.
Okay.
And what you need to do is, for example, there was one where they showed off a heart. You need to fill in the entire heart.
Okay.
And there always needs to be a boss room and a starting room.
Mm-hmm.
And your job is just to defeat the boss. And you basically create a dungeon. So there is a second element to it, which is kind of puzzling, that you need to create a dungeon out of the pieces that you have.
Oh, okay.
So you can also solve the dungeon, that you have enough keys and everything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because you can also make one where you don't have enough keys and you can't actually finish it. And that's kind of what it is.
Mm-hmm.
However, you also have clear times on all of them.
What?
And at the end of the game, you have a ton of pieces, and you can go back to older levels, which are smaller, and you can probably make like a ton of different combinations, and you can apparently also share them with your friends. I don't know if that's like online compatibility or like co-op compatibility. I don't know exactly, but you can share it with friends.
This doesn't sound so bad.
the concept sounds amazing to me. It sounds like so much fun. Like, unlocking everything is a bit of a puzzle and just doing all the dungeons.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you have everything, you have so many pieces that you could make like tons of different variations and combinations out of earlier levels that are smaller.
Alright.
It's like a Super Mario Maker, but it's actually for...
It's for Zelda.
fucking Zelda. A Zelda
Damn.
Maker.
How did I didn't catch that. And I watched an entire recap yesterday and I was like, oh my god, there are so many games that don't interest me.
How did you not catch that?
I don't know. I don't know.
You should check out the Treehouse Live that they did yesterday.
Oh.
Goes through one of those levels as well.
Okay, no, I haven't seen anything of the Treehouse. I wanted to watch it, but I don't know what happened that I didn't. I don't remember.
You should give it a shot. They show off a lot from the feature, so it's a good one to see and to get an idea of what it is.
Oh my goodness.
But, what was your opinion on the little trailer at the end?
The Zelda one.
Yeah.
Where to start?
From the beginning. What do you, in broad terms, what do you think it is?
What do I think it is? I think it's gonna be an open world Zelda again. A sequel like it said. I really hope the story is gonna be better. Just looking at everything, I think the story, I think the picture stuff is gonna be out. I don't think there's gonna be any more picture memories. Hopefully. That was so bad storytelling wise. I think we're gonna see a Ganon revival, sorta.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it looks really dark.
Yeah, they already said in an interview, Aonuma already said that it's gonna be a tad darker than Majora's Mask.
What? Then Majora's Mask.
It's gonna be more dark and depressing and all that shit than Majora's Mask.
I was gonna ask if you set Majora's Mask instead of Breath of the Wild for a second.
No, it's gonna be darker than Majora's Mask, straight up. They said that in that interview. It's an excerpt.
Majora's Mask is the darkest Zelda there is at the moment in the entire.
Yeah. And
oh boy.
It's gonna be darker.
I'm
more
so
depressing.
looking.
Yes.
Okay, now you got my attention. Like, no, you had it before, but now you got my excitement. Because this entire reverse music thing and everything already made it super nice. Like, it gave it a very suspicious and threatening, like, malicing sound to it, which is very unlike Nintendo.
Yeah, it was very unnatural. But actually, if you take the soundtrack that was played during that trailer and reverse the entire video, then it's the Game Over theme from Zelda 1.
Yeah, it resembles it. I couldn't really hear it exactly like that, but it definitely resembles it in tune and everything and speed. So, oh boy. Oh boy. I'm so looking forward to that. Especially just looking at it, it's such a contrast. Like, Breath of the Wild was like what's it called? It was sort of resembling Zelda 1 with like the Hyrule theme and everything, like the way everything was explored and the way everything was set up, and yeah, with the music and whatnot, it was a lot like the Hyrule, like it looked a lot like Zelda 1, especially looking at the prototype and everything. And now you have this contrast of like, well, we're still Zelda 1, but now you're dead. Kind of like game over. I don't know.
Basically, a lot of people think that, well, the character inside that was found is most likely Ganondorf, and too many Gerudo signs, and what the theory kind of is that that everything we kind of experienced in Breath of the Wild was just basically a fake setup. Because when at the end of the trailer you see Hyrule Castle rising.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think that the malice just came from that body, since you already see like a ton of malice coming off of it, and that the Calamity Ganon was just a manifestation of his hatred, and that's it. Not even the full-fledged Ganon. Not the real thing.
This
like
is
a blight.
Yeah. I'm
But a bigger one.
Yeah, I'm looking for. Oh my god, I'm really looking forward to it, and I think it's gonna be. When do you think? Like, just 3 years. It was Breath of the Wild was released in March 17, and we might actually get it next year.
Personally, yeah. What I really hope, here in the house, we're with together with Commonwealth Realm and Zelda.
Yeah.
Here in the house, we've had a couple of theories about when it would release, and Commonwealth Realm is hellbound on 2021.
Okay.
I think end of 2020, like a Christmas banger, you know. And Ed, I don't know what camp Ed is in, either 2020 or 2021. But Commonwealth Realm is like clearly 2021.
I would say 2020 because usually Nintendo likes to present games that are fairly progressed in development already. And I mean, when they have shown Breath of the Wild the first time, they still went through like one more remake or something after that. That's why it took so long for them to release it. So I don't really see them not releasing it in 2020. Like, not. I messed up my wording.
And well, I can understand that because like even when a lot of the delays from Breath of the Wild were because of the physics, of course.
Yes.
And they got that down now. Like they got like how the physics engine works. That's fine. They understand how it works. They've made an entire game with it. So I bet that won't be as big of a problem this time around as the last time. Personally. Look, that's the Dungeon Maker stuff.
Yeah, I see it. I haven't seen that. Why haven't I seen that?
Like, this is the heart, so you need to puzzle it together.
Yeah.
You need to go in, beat it, and when you beat it, you get rewards, and by just playing through Link's Awakening, and when you've completed Link's Awakening, you will have, if I'm correctly, all the pieces, and then you can make so many different levels.
Oh.
Because they get bigger and bigger and bigger the longer you go on with the challenges, I think. Because you can see that with the earlier ones that are tiny, and then this hard one that gets bigger.
Yeah.
A lot bigger than this. So I bet they get even bigger than that. And then you can make like epic, like really cool things with the smaller layouts when you have a lot more pieces.
That makes sense.
And you can even make, I'm not even sure, but you could maybe even make like a boss rush type of thing.
Ooh. Yeah. There are so many possibilities. I'm actually looking forward. I'm totally looking forward to the entire game actually because I haven't played the original. I'm so sad.
I love it. For the people who don't know, Thiefbug has a tattoo of the Windfish, a pretty big one, on his fucking arm, but he's never played Link's Awakening. Everybody, go harass this fake fan. I take a tattoo because you're cool, and then somebody asks you, "Oh, really? Are you into Link's Awakening? Think about the third dungeon," and you're like, "I don't know."
I've never played it. I've never played it.
So I still don't get why.
The theme is amazing. The theme of the game is amazing. The symbolism.
Why have you never played it then? For fuck's sake.
I don't know. The only 2D Zelda I've ever played is Oracle Seasons.
Really? Is the only Oracle of Seasons?
Yeah.
Seasons is not even that good.
I still have A Link Between Worlds here. Completely sealed. Never touched it.
What the fuck? What's wrong with you? A Link Between Worlds is amazing. Go play it.
I heard it's really good, but I never get around to play it.
What is wrong with you? You should play it. It is really good. For anyone out there who hasn't, give it a shot, because it's really good. My god. How could you?
I'm sorry.
Blasphemy. You can't. You fucking can. It's like in my god tier of like Zelda games.
Also, Wiley is loud enough, right? I'm asking that super late. That I can't make him louder.
Let me hear.
Say something.
All right, I'll talk a bit, and just don't talk, and I'll give a little shouty shout, and then we'll figure out if I'm loud enough. No, that's fine.
Oh, okay, good.
No, it's fine. I listened to it. It's fine. We're about the same audio.
Perfect
Audio
then.
levels.
Nice.
And what did you think of a bear and a bird all of a sudden, while everybody said it's impossible?
Okay. First of all, I'm torn on that one. I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hyped. Don't get me wrong. I'm super hyped, especially because of that Amazon link you got yesterday.
Oh yeah.
But there is. I'm a sadist. You know that. So from several times, people were coming to me being like, "Oh, did you hear about the leaks, Banjo-Kazooie and Smash?" And the more I heard about it, the more I was like, "Oh, please don't get announced. Please don't get announced."
Well, too bad.
It got announced, but it's actually quite hyped.
Yeah, I mean, oh my god, we were screaming. We streamed the direct live on Commonwealth Realms channel, and we were sitting there, and we saw all three of them sitting in the little hut, and we already knew what time it was.
Yeah.
And then we saw the Jiggy, and we just fucking freaked out.
I can't imagine that.
Jesus Christ, because all of us are big Banjo-Kazooie fans, and we've been waiting for him to come to Smash for so long, and especially Ed, like Zeltec, was so excited.
I can't imagine.
So bad. My god. It looks fun to play though.
Yeah, it looks really fun to play actually. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and they managed to keep his design really nice. Like, oh my god, it looks like genuine Banjo-Kazooie, not like nuts and bolts. Let's not talk about that one.
For the people who are wondering, when he mentioned the Amazon link for Banjo-Kazooie, there's a link on Amazon about a new Banjo-Kazooie title.
Yes.
Coming, apparently.
The funny, yeah. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, the only thing I wanted to say is, and we're really hoping it's a sequel to Nuts and Bolts.
I don't know. The thing is, I don't know if it's in the English one, but in the German one at least, if you go into Amazon and you just type into the search bar Nintendo and working title, you will see a couple of results like Witcher 3, Resident Evil, and what else? And all of a sudden there is Banjo-Kazooie for Switch. Release
only for Switch.
Yes.
Although the release date that was mentioned in that is probably a placeholder.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a placeholder, but still, I was like, excuse me?
I mean, they were right about The Witcher. I don't know for the life of me how in God's name they're going to run The Witcher 3: The Wild Hunt on a Nintendo Switch, but I guess our debate from like 2 years ago about is the Switch powerful enough is kind of irrelevant at this point.
Yep.
Fucking hell. With like one of the most demanding games in the last 5 years coming to the console.
Yes. Oh my god, that's actually super hype. Like, not only that, it could also mean that technically Cyberpunk could also come to the Switch at some point.
Yes. And that's the point where I'm like, will it fucking break apart?
This is such
really
a good
curious
year.
How it will run.
Yes.
Like The Witcher 3. I'm really curious if it will run any decent.
E3 got... I don't know, E3 didn't seem so strong. by looking at it, but the more you think about the games that were shown, you're like, this was actually really good.
Yeah, even like not only in like I've seen the Microsoft one, I've seen EA, I've seen Ubisoft. Those were all garbage.
Oh no, no, I disagree. Sorry.
Well, tell me. The only thing I saw that was interesting was like the new Watch Dogs looked interesting, although that's Ubisoft and they always overpromise, so I know it's false advertising to an extent.
Yeah, well, that was obvious. Okay, I agree with Ubisoft.
So what is your point then? Who showed off something interesting? Tell me. EA just had Just Dance horseshit. That took up way too much time.
Okay, EA. Why are we talking about EA?
Because EA sucks and I hate
Excuse me. Microsoft was strong to a certain degree, at least when it comes to Cyberpunk. I mean, that basically ran the entire conversation, or like the entire thing. The Project Scarlet is over-promising, like 8K, 120 FPS. Yeah, right.
Whoa, no, really? Did they promise 8K 120 FPS?
Apparently, for as far as I know, I wasn't listening. I don't know what I was doing. I think I was fixing controllers. They were saying 8K 120 FPS. And they're running on an AMD APU. Never. Their last promise with 4K 60 FPS on the Xbox One X did not work out. They're never in the world going to be able to pull something like that off. And I think they also said they're going to support ray tracing.
Ray tracing is not an AMD thing, though.
No, ray tracing is not an AMD thing. But ray tracing is pretty close to be able to be done on any GPU. But, oof.
I don't see 8K 120 FPS happening.
No, not even remotely.
I really fucking don't.
Like the only thing I could imagine would be through neural networks, like kind of like the tensor anti-aliasing that NVIDIA offers. But then you still have an upscaled image, which basically uses machine learning. So, still just at 1080p then?
Or they're going to use cloud gaming in a way to support the 8K 120.
Oh yeah, that might be possible.
Just like the Stadia stuff. That was also very surprising. A lot of games were also announced for Stadia.
Yes.
For the people who don't know, Stadia is a new project of Google, which is basically cloud gaming, which means they have a server set up somewhere, you can hook up to it, use its GPU power to render everything you need for a game, and then they stream it over to another device, and you can play on that device.
Yes.
And they try to make it as seamless as possible, like you're playing it on the device, even though it's nowhere near powerful enough to run said game you want to play.
Yes. I don't know. My rig is strong enough to not, so I don't need Stadia, but I imagine it's really useful for a lot of people. The only downside I see to that, I can see myself playing something like Witcher at work.
Oh! I wouldn't fucking do that if you love your job. If you love your job, I wouldn't do that. Like, at all.
But yeah. AMD was apart from their last announcement with a new CPU and GPU, it was like meh.
But have they announced a new Ryzen?
Yes, they announced a new top-tier GPU. A 16-core, 32-thread GPU.
Jesus Christ.
For the consumer market.
My lord. I love the fact that AMD just brings out like, want more cores? Got you covered.
Oh, Intel only has
more workload?
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago, Intel was like, oh boy, we have 4 cores and 8 threads. We're top tier. And AMD was like, yep, we have 8 and 16 threads. Screw you? Question mark? And now they're just topping it every year. It's freaking crazy.
Well, it's great though because like it works well for the stuff that I need to do, which is a lot of shit
Yes.
running through each other.
Yeah, same.
So it's good to have a lot of cores and a lot of threads, so I can fill them all up, queue them, ram it all in.
Streaming workloads.
Yeah, stream and workload. Yeah,
Boy.
it works perfectly for that. Besides that, one thing that actually got me excited now that I see it on screen that I didn't think about at all
Is
like Pokemon. I haven't liked Pokemon in years upon years, and now with Sword and Shield, I'm finally seeing a lot of stuff that I like. Not the mega stuff, the mega Pokemon gigantic.
Yeah.
That's kind of dumb. But I like the open world thing, and that you can see them walking around in a huge open world that you can just quite freely explore, just like Breath of the Wild, kind of. That's what I wanted from Pokemon all along.
I mean, when 2D Pokemon has really interested me ever, apart from like Gen 1 and 2 because I played them when I was a child, duh. But then with X and Y, it started to like, okay, it might go the right direction, but now Sword and Shield looked really nice.
I know, it looks so pretty as well, my god.
And just the animation
really
effort.
good.
Just the animation effort. 700, 800, 900? I don't know how many different Pokemon there are. And all have their unique animation? I don't know.
There must be over 1,000 Pokemon right now with this new Sword and Shield. There must be over 1,000. Yeah, it's sick. Like, every Pokemon game becomes a bigger endeavor for them because of all the Pokemon they need to reanimate again. They'll really, basically remake, kind of.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's so much work for them. But it looks really good, though. I'm really excited to just run around in a field and find a Pokemon to call mine.
Yes.
And then bring it home and call it Shingles. I don't know. Something.
What? That makes no sense.
Nah, but it's Pokemon. It doesn't have to be. I just want to run around and see things. I hope they just cleaned up a lot of the... I haven't seen too much footage of it yet. I just hope they cleaned up a lot of the bullshit, basically, in Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you run through the grass, and well, I know you can just see the Pokemon now, and it's like some small random encounters in grass, and you'll see them like pop up, but you can still walk around them, I think, as far as I know.
It also seems like all the... Oh, sorry.
No, go nuts.
It also seems like all the characters have way more character now, like, as in more personality. From what we've seen at the trailer before, like, gym leaders now have proper personality, not just like a sprite being like, oh, you challenge me! Let's have a time to duel, and here is your badge, screw off. That's what it felt like for me.
Yeah, it kinda does, because you don't know anything really about them that much. And a lot of the random... I don't know if they changed the random trainer encounters as well, but that always used to be... Oh, you like cookies? Me too!
Yeah, exactly.
Gross random shit and then battle, like, alright. I don't know if they really changed like the random trainer fights as well for that. I hope they did. It would make it more fun. It would look better.
Yo, imagine if there was a seamless transition from like overworld to trainer battles. One day.
Ooh. That would be nice. Ooh.
Oh my god, now I'm dreaming, but still.
Give me 1 second, I need to hook my laptop up.
Yeah,
to
sure.
the charger before everything goes wrong. Did you see any other Smash characters that you like? Because they announced more, like the Dragon Quest stuff as well. I think it was Dragon Quest.
Didn't they? Yeah, it was Dragon Quest. It was Dragon Quest, but I think they only announced those two, didn't they? The Hero and Banjo-Kazooie, as far as I know.
Yeah, they announced. No. They also announced a bunch of skins for the Hero.
Oh.
Like a bunch of
protagonists. Yeah.
Yeah, other different looks for him, just from the game.
Yeah,
From
from
the
Dragon
game.
Quest.
Nothing more. It looked good though, but a lot of a lot of new sword fighters.
It's not a
Some
bad
people-
thing, really.
Some people really hate it. I have a friend of mine who just fucking despises sword fighters.
There is seamless transition in gym battles. Really? Jesus,
What,
I really need to play Pokemon again.
Seamless transition to... Excuse me?
I didn't know that. Are you talking about Sword and Shield, or are you talking about like Sun, Moon, XY? Because I'm really curious about that.
No, those games are garbage, mate.
Wait, what?
There's a seamless transition gym battles. All right.
I didn't know.
I assume we're talking about Sword and Shield.
Yeah, if
I
we
haven't.
Ah, so nice. That would be so nice.
I'm really tempted to finally buy Pokemon again and like it, because that has been ages.
Yeah, Super Mario Maker 2 looks nice as well. Haven't seen a whole lot. There was quite some gameplay at the treehouse, I think, for the few minutes I've seen. Apart from that Marvel stuff, which doesn't really interest me in the slightest.
Yeah, I can understand that. No, they showed off quite a lot, and they finally gave in, and you can play with friends now.
Nice.
They're gonna add that. They said, because they even said it during the treehouse,
Ah, nice.
because they just got so much backlash for it. So much backlash, it's insane.
I wonder why.
The amount of people, like, just harassing them for it is insane. And I'm glad we're getting it. Like,
Yes.
holy hell. Finally. Took long enough.
Oh
Why wouldn't you
boy.
be able to play with friends? It's so dumb. Have you also seen the, now that we're talking about like multiplayer stuff, have you also seen the multiplayer stuff that they're going to add in Luigi's Mansion, the third one?
Yes, I am not sure what to think about it, to be honest. I've played the first Luigi's Mansion. I haven't finished it, but I've played it. Luigi's Mansion always seemed like a really good single player to me, but I can't, like, multiplayer seems weird.
Could possibly be fun. I don't know.
I mean, usually I would be like, it's not really that time and age anymore where companies are like, how do we add more value to our game? Oh, let's slap a multiplayer on it. I'm looking at things like Dead Space 2. I think Nintendo wouldn't do it if it was fun, or if there was no proper intention behind it. So it's probably gonna have a point. It's probably gonna be fun. I don't know what to think about it.
Fair enough, I can get that. I don't really know what to think about it as well, to be honest. It looks interesting. Luigi's Mansion 3 itself looks good. As far as what I've heard from Commonwealth Realm, it is a little bit more... It's like a mix of Dark Moon and the original. It's not as dark as the original, though. And the demo was fun. It's just the same stuff that we saw in the Direct. Same goes for Link's Awakening, although you just go to the beginning of the game, so it's a bit short. That's terrible, though. Like, you can't do a whole lot in the Link's Awakening demo, sadly enough.
Ah, rip.
But according to him, it looks like a lot of fun, and Luigi's Mansion handles well.
Nice. I still gotta play all those games. God damn it.
I know, right? I know. And of course we have a new Animal Crossing as well.
Yes! With 8
It looks
player...
really interesting.
Animal Crossing is such a good game for multiplayer. I'm so confused why they didn't implement that before.
Yeah, I know, right? It looks really good as well. I love the fact that we're on an island now.
So
I like
many games, and I'm not playing them fast enough.
And then we also have the Final Fantasy VII Remake, of course, that looks absolutely astounding.
I want to play it.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's the first time I'm ever excited.
For a Final Fantasy, I can't blame you. I mean, 15 was the first one that got me excited when I saw the first trailers. But 15 ended up being good. Let's put good. But the 7 remake looks so good. Oh my god. I want to play it like what? Yes, yeah, too many games. Right?
Please give me all the games. I want all of them.
And more time.
What's PlayStation gonna do something like away from E3 still, or is it just like one title that they have and that's it, and they don't care besides that? Also, I'm gonna be really ashamed of saying this, but Minecraft Dungeons looks really fun, and I don't wanna like it. Have you seen that Minecraft Dungeon stuff?
I've seen it, but how do you like it?
I don't know, it just looks like simplistic, like quick and easy fun for me. Like, I'm not saying hours upon hours, but it's like a fun game to just play for like short sessions. It looks fun to me, alright? I can't do anything about it. I like dungeon crawlers.
Okay. I give you that. You like dungeon crawlers. People that like dungeon crawlers are probably gonna like it. If it was the thing is, something I don't like about it is if it was a regular dungeon crawler, not by the Minecraft guys, not with a Minecraft aesthetic. Especially, I'm super confused that they're allowed to make that now that Microsoft got the rights to Minecraft, I think.
Yeah, I think they have it, yeah.
I'm like, okay, you're milking a franchise that's not even yours anymore. Eh?
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's like the case with everything. Are we gonna ever say that when Aonuma Shigeru Miyamoto dies and they still make Mario games? Or Zelda games?
I mean, Nintendo still has the rights. But didn't...
Yeah, but I bet that those Minecraft dungeon guys need the rights. Otherwise they would get instantly sued the second.
Yeah, I know, yeah, of course.
So it must be in collaboration with Microsoft. And I bet Microsoft is like, alright, Nintendo is doing well. We got this title. It would fit perfectly on the Nintendo Switch. Perfectly with their audience. Probably even better than Xbox's audience. So let's just grab some of the cash and get it on Switch. I think that's their... Because they get royalties. That's their plan. It doesn't take any effort for them. If it sells well on the Switch, which it will probably do, if it's good, like if it's just good, then people will buy it. I'm certain of that. It will sell well. It will do quite well. And it's just easy money for Microsoft since their consoles aren't necessarily doing that well, and they're working together more and more with Nintendo. I mean, with Banjo as well, which was like legal rights issues.
Yeah, for the longest time.
So I bet Microsoft is actually has quite warmed up to the idea of working with Nintendo.
A lot of companies have.
Yeah, because apparently, is what I've heard, Nintendo's working really hard to get a lot of the indies back and all major studios as well, because back in the 90s when they were the kings and queens of the lands of video games,
yeah,
they kind of got an ego. This is what you see with a lot of companies. They're like, we don't need you anymore, you know. They get an ego and they don't need people. We can do this ourselves. We're Nintendo, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
And that eventually went down the drain for them because a lot of indie studios and like they apparently also treated Square Enix terribly in the 90s and early 2000s.
Yep.
When they were making anything for them. So I bet they just learned from that, and now they try to help all the indie developers. You can set up for a program, get in touch with Nintendo if you're nothing at all. You can talk personally with the staff with them. You can coordinate things. They will help you set things up. They will help you promote it. And they work with NVIDIA, and NVIDIA is working on a lot of APIs and a lot of developer kits, and is very open to that as well because they want to get into the video gaming scene instead of just like desktop graphics cards and like laptop graphics cards. So everybody who's like involved with Nintendo and Nintendo themselves as well are very focused on making everyone happy and being nice to everyone because they want the best deals.
Which makes sense. It's really nice, though.
Oh yeah, and it works out well for them. So it probably means, since it works out so well for them, so they'll probably continue doing this for quite a time.
Oh boy.
They'll probably become giants again, and then we'll. But lovely humans and lovely Ricky. I think I'm going to call the end of the podcast here because I still need to get to the convention center and it's almost opening time for the press. So I'll be a little late, but I think I'll be sort of on time.
Yeah.
So this is sorry for the bit of a abridged, shorter stream. Next week everything will be back to normal because I'll be home. So it will just be the normal, same old.
Yes.
But anyways, lovelies, I still hope you enjoyed.
Yeah. I don't really know what to say. God damn it.
I love your outros. They're the best.
This freaking this trailer looks so nice. God damn it.
I know. So, lovelies, beautiful human beings out there in the wide world. I hope you enjoyed this little stream. Check out our other videos if you want to. It's all on the channel. We cover a lot of beta stuff and a lot of speedrunning stuff. So, give that a watch. And then we will see all of you next week.
Yeah, or you'll hear from us during our videos because there are still a couple coming up.
Yes. That I don't even know about that much. They're even a bit of a mystery. It's fine.
Alrighty.
Bye, lovelies.
Bye. I wanted to say have a good night, but that's usually my outro. RIP. See ya.